Before Jesus, Edo was.
Before Jesus.
Benin or Edo people have been able to trace their history as early as the Nakuran wet phase, so many centuries before Christ. Sorry, I'm not a Christian, so I believe the Bible is fake. A party known as the Edu Party. The three sons of Paidu moved. Aka, Efa, and Emei moved from Uhe. They came here to found Ubini 40 years before Christ. Someone known by the name of Igodo, that is our first Ogiso, brought the Ubini Noah, brought them together to form a kingdom and named it Igodo Migodo. When the Portuguese came, as far back as 15th century, they had started mentioning Benin in historical materials. No West African place or kingdom had been mentioned at the time. As at 16th century, 17th century, other places like Oyo Empire was mentioned, Jebu was mentioned, so many other today's Yoruba kingdoms, they were mentioned, or places, even Owerri. But you will never find a trace of Ile-Ife in any historical material. I believe everyone should be able to tell their history.
Hello and welcome back to another mind-blowing episode of the Unscripted Seat podcast. Yes, it is the Unscripted Seat podcast with the one, the only Z of the good life and the only Zadi you will find in the entire Benin city. I keep telling you this and you people don't seem to believe me. There is no other Zadi in the entire Benin city.
None at
Am
all.
I lying?
None at all.
Am I lying?
You can never lie.
And you are looking sharp. This is your native today.
It's as if it's my birthday.
It's as if it's your birthday.
Yes, sir.
You can't carry this birthday pass to be birthday girl.
But it's my co-host birthday, so everybody
yes,
join me as I wish the beautiful, the delightable,
oh my God,
the amazing, the hardworking Z of the good life a very, very, very happy 45th.
No, it's actually 57.
57.
57. In 3 years' time, we'll be 60.
She will be 60. You see, I'm no longer the dragon.
I'm still the Gen Z baddie of the house.
It's a lie. She's not Gen Z. She's a dragon.
I still am the Gen Z baddie of the house. I will not let go of that title because I will not.
So happy birthday once again.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And in this same mood, we want to thank our amazing sponsors, Ico Gas, our restaurant, 80s Glam, and Bella Bellina One. And as we always say,
wow,
thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to be here today. And today we are really in the Benin mood. As you can see me, I purposely wore this red guy. I did not wear red. I did not wear red for fancy, yes. Because today we are going deep into culture and heritage. And that is why today we have with us somebody who is not just a history enthusiast. He is an Edo language teacher. He is somebody who has great passion for Benin heritage. And now I know that today I am sitting in the midst of culture because with him and Zadi, I'm going to be learning a whole lot today. Today we have with us, and let me say this also, the one, the only, because I don't think there's any other one in Benin. The one, the only, EZOMO KAKADU. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Welcome to the Unscripted Seat. Hey, you people will teach me, please. How do you say that?
Obohian.
Welcome. That means welcome, right?
Yeah,
I told you people I will learn a lot today. But I see that you carry your brand everywhere. It's all over you. It's on your glasses. It's on your cufflinks. I really like it. I admire it, honestly.
Thank you very much.
I want to be like you when
you grow up. We'll wait till then.
Welcome to the Unscripted Seat podcast. So your name, EZOMO, I don't know, but that name, I think there's an EZOMO lane in Benin. Is it like your actual name or it's a name that you...
EZOMO is a title.
Oh, it's a title. I was going to ask, so why do you have that title?
All right. I do not want the title.
Okay.
I'm from the royal family of EZOMO, of Benin Kingdom. And like he said, EZOMO is a title, let's put it that way. EZOMO is one of the 7 members of the Uzama Neo. The one that is also popularly referred to as the kingmakers. Right. So they are the ones who crown the Oba. There are 7 in number. Like 7 families make up Uzama. That's why they are called Inyo. Uzama Neo, that's 7. Constituent of Olia. You must have heard of Olia.
Yes, I have.
You have a Doen. You have Eo. You have EZOMO. You have a Holonire. You have what's the other one's name? Sorry if I don't remember. And the last member is the Daiken of Benin Kingdom. That is when we have a Daiken. That is the heir apparent to the throne.
Okay.
The Daiken of Benin Kingdom is the last member. So there are actually 7. So
Interesting.
EZOMO, I'm from the family of EZOMO.
So does it relate with only one Uzama?
Exactly.
Yes.
There's no fashion.
Actually, for Charlie Poppy's family, you know, Charlie Poppy is from the Evian's family, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, Evian, if you remember, Evian was the administrator when there was an interregnum between the Ogiso dynasty and the Obai dynasty before Omononya or Romeo came. So we had an administrator by the name of Evian, who is the father of Ogiamie. All right. So Charlie Poppy is actually from that family, and they have someone they call Olia. You understand? They also have someone they call Uzama. So the Uzama they are referring to,
from the Evian.
yes, it's from the Evian circle, not the real Uzama. Of course.
So you now know the meaning of Evian now.
Yes, you know, people said there were people that said, "Oh, Evian means juju, Evian means this," and
Evian is a family.
amazing. See, you need to be watching so that you will learn new things. See, now I'm learning new things.
He wanted deliberately. He wanted to cause confusion.
Yeah.
Because of course Evian is their family name, but the way
he put
he put
exactly-
it. But what if he
Evian
meant Evian like I am here? If we think about it, what if he meant
No,
he's here?
the context.
No,
The context.
exactly.
Yeah, I
The
get
first thing that will come
that.
to your mind is Otumokpo.
Exactly, that's what many people thought, and many people just ran with it. I feel like many people don't even know this history, so they just think. Even Benin people, maybe people who don't actually know the real deal.
There's one Evian palace along First.
Yes, of course.
Oh,
that
is
is.
that-
is it?
is
Yes,
that
that's
it?
Evian's palace. That's
Oh.
Evian's palace. And you have the son's palace. Like I said, Ogiamie is the son. When he didn't want to leave. According to history, he didn't want to leave, so he was trying to bring in his son, and he created the title Ogiamie. That's his son. Ogiamie's palace is along Sokmomba Road.
Yes.
The only building
that
that survived the invasion.
But
Yeah.
how? Why did they not?
Exactly.
Because
I've
I remember
wondered.
during the invasion,
Mhm.
the EZOMO.
You say you've remembered, you did it. They fear you. Oh.
It's my ancestors were there.
Okay, so they passed the
yes.
knowledge on to you.
So the EZOMO did not join the fight, but they still destroyed his house. I think that's why he now got angry later on. So how come they did not destroy the Ogiame's palace?
That is what I can actually say. We can actually reason a lot of things to it, but I have my opinion about it, because it's hard to say that they couldn't get there.
It's not
hard,
far now.
Exactly, it is hard to say that, but I prefer to keep my opinion about that.
Oh, okay, but you have your personal
Yes,
opinions
personal
about
opinion.
Or
Okay.
you think it's some powers that be, some strong?
No, not really power.
Or you
I
think
think
he struck a deal
it's something like that. Exactly. Exactly. I think so.
because they came through some bombers.
Exactly. There's no
So
other
how
reason.
come? No, some people said that the first time I ever passed that road, I worked with somebody. I was working with a friend who is a Benin boy, and he told me that because of the strong jazz in the house, that's why this house didn't fall. And I'm like, strong jazz. Okay, I believe you,
But
but
they did capture the palace. So where would have had any stronger jazz than the
Than-
palace of the
Actually.
actually.
So I have another question concerning this Ogiame stuff. You know, there is a history with the Ogiame family and the Benin royal family. Until this very day, the Ogiame family have refused to accept that the royal family is the authentic rulers of Benin Kingdom. I don't know if you have.
Actually, that's not true. It is not the Ogiame's family. It's just some nuisance that are being sponsored. Growing up, we know the history between Ogiame and the royal palace. All right, like I had said that Evian was the administrator when the last Ogiso.
So it was like a placeholder.
Yes, Edayi.
And administrator, like you said.
Yeah, administrator.
Okay.
So the last king we had in the first dynasty, we had 31 Ogiso when the kingdom was Koigodo Migodo. So our last Ogiso Wodo.
Yes.
Ogiso Wodo was banished. right? Then his son, you remember his only heir, a Kaladera,
Mm.
had also been banished.
Mm.
He was supposed to have been unalived, but he found favor in the
You
hands
still
of
tell
his
us that story.
executor.
Go back. You still tell us
Alright.
the full story.
So when there was an interregnum, like I said, the throne was empty.
Mm.
So they needed an administrator before they got a Kaladera to come back to assume the throne. So they picked the person of Evian, and according to the story, he was another statesman because of something that he had done. He killed Osoga, which was a threat to the kingdom as at the time. He was brave enough.
So he had no blood relation with the
Not
Ogiso.
at all. Not at all. No blood, no royal blood in him. So he was picked as an administrator, but of course he got power drunk. And he didn't want to go. When he saw that his time was running fast, he was getting old and weak, he decided to pick his son. That is how the title of Ogiamie came about. So that is how the Evian and Ogiamie came about. All right. Then all of this, when Ikaladera, Oromi and the son of Ikaladera eventually came, they actually didn't want him to come to the city, to come to the kingdom and ascend that throne because they wanted to retain that power.
Yeah.
So there was a fight between them, which was finally settled at Ekyukbaga. Ekyukbaga. So that is how the Ekyukbaga Treaty that you sometimes hear came about. Ogiamie was about to be executed, all right? But Oba Ewedo, the Oba at that time, had mercy on him. He was not executed. So they had that treaty. Until date, Ogiamie is one of the chiefs of Benin Kingdom. He's a chief. He's a chief. He's not just a chief, he's also one of the members of the Uzamani Bie. There is Uzamani, and there is like a replica of Uzamani. Those who would take the role if the Uzamani, for some reason, exactly, is one of the 7 members of the Uzamani Bie. And guess what? He is the one, it's his responsibility to actually carve the royal stool. You see those royal stools of the Oba that you see, like they brought 2 one time. Exactly. That is his job. So actually, the family of Ogiamie do not have any problem whatsoever with the royal family. The one that happened recently, you see, when the former governor was there, it was just some sort of uprising. And you hear people saying that the person, what was his name? He was not the real Ogiamie. He was not the real Ogiamie.
Yeah, the actual one we've not heard from.
Exactly.
Just
today is
disappeared.
He's missing.
serious?
Yes. When he was doing what he was doing, him and his cohort, you did see some videos where the real Ogiamie family came out to decry what he was doing, and they made it clear that they had absolutely no problem with the palace of the Oba of Benin, and they made it clear also that the guy there, that guy at that time, was not the real Ogiamie. Now, lastly, you see that since the former governor left, we've not heard anything from them. So, to round this off, the Ogiamie family, to the best of my knowledge, they have no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, Madam Black is from the Ogiamie family, the former market women leader.
Yeah, Blackie.
Yes, she's from the Ogiamie family.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So you heard him talk about a Canadian.
Yeah.
That's the founder of Ugoto.
Exactly.
That place
Okay,
went to.
yeah.
The reason is called Igwe Kaladera. That's the
former
image you
name.
have there.
Oh, okay.
You went to where you have his image, where he had something like a cane.
Yes.
Yes,
went
yeah,
there.
we passed.
Yes, we
yeah.
passed.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's-
amazing.
That's the Kaladera.
That's his shrine.
the only heir to the throne of Ikodomiko, the only son of Ogiso with our last Ogiso.
Wow.
So it was the one that went to
Interesting.
Ife.
Uhe, actually, not Ife.
Now, I wanted to get there. Now, I was born and raised in Lagos.
Okay.
In the West, generally. There's no Western state I don't think there's any Western state I have not been to. At a point, I wanted to attend OAU. I think I'm a very cultural person, so I like to go to places that are culturally relevant before the Great Uniben grabbed me. But then,
Meanwhile, it's you that put there as first choice. So.
but they still grabbed me now, and they should be glad that I attended. But then, I have seen over the years, there's this battle. Will I call it a battle? There's the argument, even online and offline. I think now it's more online because more people are on their phones more, but I've seen it happen physically where people are saying, oh no, Ife came first. Oh no, Benin came first. And I honestly don't know. Please, I need your help here. Who came first? I want to hear the story, but I just want you to tell these people, with your vast knowledge, who came first.
Okay, thank you. I'm someone who doesn't like to get into people's history.
Mm.
I believe everyone should be able to tell their history the way
Well,
they like it.
tell our
But,
own.
but
No,
not
yeah,
everybody
I'm going
can.
there.
I'm
I'm
going
going there.
actually.
I'm just making a disclaimer. I'm just
Mm.
trying to
Okay.
build a case, right? I cannot say where Ife came from because we don't know.
Oh, okay.
The same question we've been asking them.
Oh,
I'm not sure
Where-
they
where
too
do
know.
you come?
They don't know. They don't know.
They
They
have a
have no
story
story.
that they are
Exactly.
looking from.
Now, the
Came
thing
from
is,
above.
asking the question, who came first? Bini or Edo people have been able to trace their history as early as the Nakuran wet phase. That is so many centuries before Christ. So many centuries before Christ.
Wow.
All right. And we trace our history
That's before Jesus. I don't was.
before Jesus.
Oh,
We trace our history to Uhe because it was a place of convergence for people during the flood. They ran there for safety.
that's during Noah.
So was it?
Yes, that's the one that I think so.
Okay.
But that's the one I think is replicated in the Bible.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm not a Christian, so I believe the Bible is fake. So all of those stories.
Clock it. Okay.
So I believe that's the one that is replicated in the Bible. But you can
Okay.
look it up in the Quran word phase. So a party known as the Edu party, the three sons of Paidu moved. Aka, Efa, and Emei moved from Uhe. They came here to found Ubini. When they got to the plains of Ugboka, they founded the land and named it Ubini. Though only two of them made it here. Aka did not make it here. Yeah. So before you knew it, the place started spreading.
Developing,
All
yes.
right. So a family will move from the main Ubini, found his own little place.
Clan.
Exactly, little clan. Before you know it, we had a very large, small camps or small clan of Ubini, and then there were some who actually moved very far. So we had Ubini Nowa, that is
That's
Ubini
close to home.
Ubini Nuria. Then around 40 BC, around 40
That's
BC,
before Christ.
yes, 40 BC,
Okay.
40 years before Christ. Someone known by the name of Igodo, that is our first Ogiso, brought the Ubini Nowa.
All the
They were
clans.
31, yes, 31. Brought them together to form a kingdom and named it Igodo Migodo. Do you understand? All right. So in Igodo Migodo, he called himself Ogiso.
So,
Ogiogiso.
so it means
What
we
does it
have
mean?
we have the Oya family today because one man
Exactly.
decided to
So
bring
just
everybody
unite
together.
everybody.
Exactly.
Okay.
Though there has been a break from Igodo Migodo.
I don't know.
Because
My ancestors they do that time.
Where they not gather people. So say that your ancestors gather people now. Where you for a day?
I'm from the Oya family.
It got to some point where we had to revert to the Odion way system because before Igodo Migodo,
There was the
these
Odion
different
way,
clans they had Odion ways who were the heads of
Yeah, so
of
the
the
Odion
clan.
way is the oldest.
The oldest person.
person.
Is-
No, it's the oldest system of governance.
Yes,
Oh,
in
okay,
yes in the
okay,
kingdom.
okay.
So as you can trace. So Benin has been coming. We had 31 Ogiso, 31
Wow.
from
Before we
40
started having
BC.
all Basil.
Yes, before
So
Oba
those are like different
Rulers.
different rulers,
Rulers,
and they
Ogiso.
die. Not like there was a ruling system. They die and
And
another person
their
takes
sons.
over.
Actually, at some point, it was primogeniture. Right?
Okay.
Like, for example, Ogiso Igodo. The next, Ogiso Igodo was the first. The next one was Ogiso E. Ogiso E was the grandson of Ogiso Igodo. But it got to some point, like I said, where they had to revert to the Ojon way system. So it was no longer primogeniture. If one joins the ancestor, they have to take the
oldest
oldest.
person.
Exactly. Until it got to the time of Oriagba. Ogiso Oriagba actually redeemed that system of primogeniture. All right.
Say his own son must take over.
Easily. So
Okay.
that's the story for
Power
that.
rich
Long story.
and hold on.
So I'm
See,
trying
no, come on,
to
my family.
Not letting me go.
I'm trying to give you the space of time. The space of time. Even if we want to let go of the Ojon Way era, look at it from 40 BC to the last Ogiso Wodo. Then we had an interregnum where Evian came in and he brought his son Ogiamie. And then finally, the arrival of Omononya, the son of Ekaladera, who began the Oba dynasty. That is around the 12th century. 12th century, 11 something, 12th century, all of this time. Then it got to the era where we had Europeans visiting for the first time, 15th century,
Yeah.
14
The
something.
Portuguese.
And the
Yeah.
first time,
The
good.
first
The
place
first
they
time
came-
they came,
Yes, they
Benin
came to
Kingdom.
Benin. Yeah.
Those were the Portuguese, followed by the Dutch, the
the
Swiss,
Germans. The
Yeah.
Germans.
Germans.
The
And
British
then
came
Last,
last.
actually. I wonder why
1553.
they actually.
They were hungry for power, power hungry. They wanted to consolidate power. For the other ones who came, they came
They
here for
came to
business.
Yeah, just
explore.
trade.
But for the British, they were jealous,
With
over
our
what they saw.
resources. Yeah, our rubber.
Exactly.
They
palm
The
said-
oil.
civilization
They said
here.
they needed a bite of it.
Exactly. They wanted it, and the Oba would never betray his people, would never sell his kingdom, as many others did. Many others sold out, betrayed. They even betrayed others because they wanted power.
They betrayed us too.
Exactly. They betrayed us. So, when the Portuguese came, as far back as 15th century, they had started mentioning Benin in historical materials. So the first person who talked about Benin was one Afonso de Aveiro. And the account he wrote about Benin was actually gotten from, we were just talking about Ookun. Of Ugoton. When you went to Ugoton, you saw the Ookun. Good.
Yeah.
So his ancestors.
His ancestor.
Oh.
His grandfather, father. He was the ambassador, the Benin ambassador to Portugal.
Wow.
So, as at 15th century, Benin as a nation already had diplomatic ties with countries in Europe. We had
Before
embassy in
Nigeria even
Portugal.
became a country.
Which Nigeria? I'll tell you, 15th
Before there was a
century.
Yeah,
Nigeria.
our
Yeah.
Oba was the first to speak the foreign language.
Yes.
Wow.
So, the Onkun visited the king of Portugal. And when they were having a conversation, the Onkun told the king of Portugal some things. He told the king of Portugal about the Ogenenue. Described the Ue to be east of Benin. All of this information is what Afonso de Aveiro recorded for the first time about Benin. So the first time Benin was, seen in the
mentioned.
15th century. No West, let me say West Africa, no West African place or
Yeah.
kingdom had been mentioned at the time.
Wow.
From then, it appeared in Pacheco Pereira's work of 1503. So it went on and on. It started appearing in different history materials. As at 16th century, 17th century, other places like Oyo Empire was mentioned, Jebu was mentioned, so many other today's Yoruba kingdoms, they were mentioned, or places, even Owerri, that was not a kingdom. These places were mentioned, but you will never find a trace of Ile-Ife in any historical material. No Ile-Ife, no Ife at all. And they said they are the father of all Yoruba and even the world now, because they said they crowned the Pharaoh of Egypt, that Adam and Eve, they were created there.
I also heard
So-
Odogwu came from.
With chain. That one is another long story.
Oh.
So, they were never mentioned. Now, historically, the first time Ile-Ife was mentioned, was in the 18th century, 1835, yes, 1835, 1837, by one J. Bowen, one American writer, just 19th century here, 19th century. But funny enough, when he
That's 4
mentioned,
centuries after Edo has been mentioned.
Yeah.
like 500 years ago, 18 was 500 years, 14, I'm not too numerous, I'm not that smart, let me count, 15, 16, 17, 18, okay, that's about
That's
500
yeah, 400 to
500
500 years.
years later. That was when the British they were already here. They were doing their
When
politics, playing their politics
Ife
already.
was mentioned.
Exactly. And when it was mentioned, they also made a disclaimer. JT Bowen made a disclaimer that this was not the original Ife. Yes. He said it was not the original Ife. He said the original Ife is spoken of as if it is standing around the sea. That there is a sea around it, which fits perfectly the description of Uwe, because Uwe is located around the Niger-Benue confluence, around today's Kogi State. You see River Benue, where they converge, Niger-Benue confluence. And then, after that, the second time it was mentioned was by a Yoruba person.
Ajayi
No, not Ajayi. Ajayi is a baby. Jeo what's that his name? Omawumi Johnson. Johnson Omawumi forgotten his name again. He also mentioned Ife. And when he mentioned Ife, he did the same thing and said that this Ife is not the original Ife.
Hmm.
It's not the original Ife. So, going back to the question that you asked, that Ife and Benin, which came first? Nobody ever heard of Ife until the 19th century. If they were there, if they existed, how come that little kingdoms, small villages around them were mentioned in historical materials? They never were mentioned. All the things that they claimed that they were so civilized, they brought civilization to other kingdoms. How come? How come? It's just like looking at
they taught us
bronze casting.
Bronze casting.
Good. Now, that's what they claim. That's what they claim. Now, you ask yourself a question. If they taught us, first of all, they were not in existence, proven. If they actually taught us bronze casting, how many bronzes do the Ife people claim? Because none of them is actually theirs. How many bronzes do they have? Count all of them that they claim that they have.
And I'm not
then-
sure they have a guild.
They don't.
Mm-mm,
I was coming there. They don't. Count how many that they have and count Benin bronzes. How do you come here to teach us how to cast bronze?
And then we do more
We
than
have
we have
hundreds.
we do more than
We have over
you
5,000
have.
bronzes in
Okay.
as artifacts across the world.
Then you
around
also
the world.
ask the question, who cast the bronze in Ile-Ife? Where is it cast in Ile-Ife? In Benin is well organized. We know that the Iguneomo is responsible for bronze casting in Benin. I cast bronze. I'm not from Igun. I cast bronze.
Okay, so you said the head is called Olokun head currently on Wikipedia. So I saw during the Brazilian festival that there was this float of Olokun, supposedly. And then the Ife people were claiming it. I think it was, I don't know which of the Obas, the one that had a mudfish leg.
Yes.
Oh, hey, yes. So I saw that in the comment section, the Ife people were like, oh, our history is there. Now, Olokun, is it Yoruba or Edo?
Okay.
Brother, is it he or is she?
So it's actually,
Is it
I
for
think
us?
if you Google Oloko head, that's what you see.
That's exactly. That's what you
Okay.
find. That's what you find. First of all, it is funny for anybody to want to claim deities. To claim deities. Say now you get Olokun, now you get Ogun.
Ayelala.
Things that were there before you and will be there after you.
After you.
Olokun predates Ile-Ife. It even predates Benin, so to say.
Yeah, I think
So
Oloko
let's
should
say-
be the time of fallen angels now.
So you got to go back again.
Olokun
not fall from Bible.
They say na angels wey fall, you want fall for river, maybe Oloko.
Oh, okay.
Those ones
Then you
like
will not
this.
go about the Netflix, the
Okay.
So for me, it's only logical. People pick deities or worship or represent deities according to what they find around them. All right. Which is why when you go to maybe Abeokuta or any place where you have rocks, maybe up to 90 or 80% of their deities will be rocks. They will worship rocks mostly.
True.
Same for maybe
Snakes.
where they have. If you look, so Olokun
in
being the
the
god
Igbo.
of sea. Okun is sea in Edo. Okun
Oh,
is sea.
see in Edo.
At Ugoton,
Yeah.
the person there is called Okun. Okun.
That means
Well,
priest of the sea.
Priest of the sea.
Yeah.
And that is simply because there's a sea there.
Yes.
You know, the gateway to Benin, the coastal gateway to Benin was
It's there.
exactly.
Yes.
So you see where they positioned Okun, around Okun. So now Olokun is the god of sea for Edo people. And the Yoruba also say it is their god of sea too. So the problem when we're trying to talk about ownership, how do you own a god as Olokun where you don't have Okun? You don't have sea around you. Where do they worship their Olokun? Do you understand what I'm saying?
But this same argument, they have it against us too.
Okay,
That
like
we
According to
don't
them,
have-
because they see Oloko as ocean,
Yes.
Ocean.
not rivers.
In
You understand?
Yoruba, Okun is actually a
They see
big
it
ocean.
as
It's not
ocean.
a
So
small river.
They feel since we,
You don't have
as
big ocean.
Edo, as a state, We don't have coastal, you understand? We don't have the Atlantic Ocean. We don't have access to the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
So they feel we do not have right to say
You
we
are
own Olokun or Olokun is our God.
This shouldn't be an argument. You know, for those people who say this, I always classify them into categories. There are some who don't know, they are just ignorant, which is fine. And there are some who know, but are just delusional. They know the truth, but they want to find their own truth. Now, when they say Edo State, what is Edo State? Edo State is yesterday. When was it created? Let's go back to history. Olokun did not come with Edo State. Olokun had been there before the emergence of all these white people.
Yeah.
That's divided us into what
state is
we
a political
are now.
thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so Benin extended to where it's now called Gelegele. You've been to Gelegele.
Yes.
You see the sea. That is the access to the sea. So it is now when they did what they wanted to do that Edo is now landlocked, which is a problem that we are at crying now. Before now, we got to the sea. Where they call Gelegele now was part of Ugoton. That is Ugoton. Gelegele was Ugoton.
Gelegele is like a camp inside Ugoton.
Exactly. So that is how you have the bite of. You've heard of the bite of Benin.
Yeah, bite of Benin.
There was it. So the sea is for Edo people. It's for Benin Kingdom. So we had sea. It's just now that we don't because they've locked us because of the creation of states.
Yes.
So Olokun, we have Okun and we have the god of sea because we have sea. If Ile-Ife people say they are the owners or they have Olokun, where is the sea around Ile-Ife? None. I don't even think they have streams there. Maybe few, like Gota.
They don't have large water body.
They don't. So how did they come about Olokun? That's the question you should ask.
Okay, so you said something about when Okun of Ugoton being the priest of Okun.
Yes.
And from what me I've heard, I heard that Olokun is from Olonigbe. The Ohe is in Ugoton. Is there
A link.
a connection?
The link is what I don't know. Even if it is from Uronigbe, it is served. It is served or worshipped all through Benin Kingdom or all through Edo. All right. So I believe that the Ohe Ogokun is around that area because that is where we have Okun, the biggest.
Okay, yes,
true. That is where we have it. So whether there is maybe any ancestral linkage between Uronigbe and Ugoton, that is what I don't know. Of course, you know I don't like to say what I don't know.
So, but do we have an Olokun priest in Ugoton?
In Uronigbe, I know not. I don't know. I've not actually been to Uronigbe, so I actually don't know. No, have I read about it? I don't know about that.
Okay, so what do you have to say about that Brazilian float?
So funny enough, before you finish this question, sorry, I saw a post recently where an old Brazilian woman posted about this Olokun thing and clearly states that this one is from Edo. I think I can go back and look for it now.
Where she clearly said.
Yeah.
There's actually no argument. See, all of this, it's a pity that we are having all of these talks today. But all of these were bettered when the British tried to change our history. They tried to change our history. What happened in 1897? People just see it as just war. No, it wasn't just war. After they did what they did, they destroyed every historical document. Benin had a library. Of course, Benin had a library. And one of those libraries is where you have those bronzes. You know, the bronze that you see there, that's called
yes,
they are historical documents.
Yes, they used to do. Even the schools
history.
were documents.
Exactly. There is history. There is an historical background to every art or what they now call it artifact that you see. They were not just carved. They were not just made to decorate houses. They were not found everywhere.
Some of them were used as message.
When Obavame was taken to Calabar, and his son wanted to communicate with him and tell him what was going on in the kingdom, they made a carving.
No, was it a stool or a
stool.
box? I think I saw it at the museum.
I think it's a stool.
It's a
stool, yeah, with which, it's a stool. It's a stool.
Carvings of everything.
So you can clearly see, and it just takes you to think deeply, and you can actually understand the message on it.
Thinking will not do it. It's only for those who know. It's only for those who know. You had mentioned Obaoe. Obaoe. That it was floated. during the Brazilian festival.
Yes.
When you see the image of Oba, only the people who know the historical backdrop for that will understand the message or will understand the history behind it.
He was a cripple, right?
He became a cripple.
Okay.
He became a cripple. Oba was the father of the greatest Oba Gidiga, no cow. That's the first.
Yeah, the first.
Yeah, okay.
That's the greatest Oba.
Yes.
I feel, to me, my own hero is Oba Vorame.
Oba Vorame.
Because he stood strong and
He was resilient.
Even in Edo,
Oba was like a conqueror.
he was a conqueror. He made Benin Kingdom become empire.
Yeah, he expanded our...
Yes, he brought a lot of civilization, he brought a lot of development.
Okay.
More than any Oba before him, even the Ogiso, more than any other before him and after him would. So that is why till today, he happens to be the reference point of any Oba. And so when an Oba is very great,
It's
when
like
it's
the
too great,
apex.
you now
It's the
compare it
apex,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So that is Oba Y. No Gidiga, no cow. A also did great. Ogiso A, the second A, that is, by the way. Now going back to Oba who at some point became ill, right? And the message was sent out that Oba was ill, although people, sent messages.
Okay.
Then, not too long from then, they also sent a message that he was well now. Everybody stay happy. But a few things changed. Normally, when the Oba would have a meeting with his chiefs, all the chiefs must be seated before he's ushered in. And he will also be the first to go before. So things change. Before they got to Ogwazola, that's where they had meet in the hall. Oba will be seated there, Obawen will be seated there. And everybody will have to leave first.
Before he leaves.
So it means
That was an operation.
hiding something.
Something wrong.
So they planned. Iyase, as Adam was Iyase Muse. So some chiefs planned, and the Iyase was sent to go and hide in that hall where they have meeting. So very early in the morning, he went there, and surprisingly, he saw that he was being carried in and not ushered in, and he saw that his legs were dead.
Wow. Sorry. The ESA is supposed to be like the second in command.
And keep
It's like the prime minister. So why would the Oba not inform his ESA?
Yeah.
Okay. People differ. First of all, just for clarification, yes, Iyase is the first chieftaincy that was ever created. But we cannot say he's next to Oba, so to say. Though he's being described as a prime minister and all of that. Remember, after the Oba, you must have the Edion, that is Uzamani. They come first. Before you now have Igabonoi, where the Iyase is the most senior. All right. The title of Iyase was only created by Oba Ewedo in the 13th century. Right? So that's for that. I cannot say why Oba Owen did not inform his Iyase. And also remember that in history, Iyase, most of them, if not all, they have not always been too good. Too loyal. The Oba, they always worry with
I also
Oba.
heard
Always
that
issues with
the
Oba because of their power.
the title, EZOMO, was created to checkmate the Iyase.
No. Okay, let me clear that. It was not. EZOMO had been there. EZOMO is part of the Edion, Uzamani. EZOMO had been there right from the time of Ogiso. All right. Okay. So, talking about checkmating, it was the title of the Iyase that was created to checkmate the Uzama, not the EZOMO. EZOMO, Eolia, that's 7, all of them. Oba Ewedo did not trust those kingmakers, the Uzama. They were called Edion. He was the one who also changed the name. Imani. That's how their name came to change to Uzama. So he created that Iyase. The full-fledged form of Iyase is Iyasowa.
Okay.
I surpass you with this.
Oh, okay.
You understand? So he created that title to checkmate the powers or the excesses of the Uzama or Edion at the time. Then another title that was created for checkmating was the title of Ologbose.
Yeah.
It is Ologbose. I think in Delta their own is Ologbose, but our own is Ologbose. And the full-fledged name is Ologbuyase, the cat of Iyase. He was created initially. It was created to replace the position of Iyase, but in our tradition, you cannot take chieftaincy title from anybody once given.
Oh.
Yes, till they go. The ones that can happen, you can suspend them. You will be suspended, depending on when. So, Ologbose was also created to checkmate Iyase. So, it has nothing to do with the EZOMO.
Okay.
So, back to Obaoe. Iyase discovered this. For some reason, he couldn't keep his calm. It was discovered. And of course, he knew too much. You know now, and they done for movie. So they
took him to
his execution. Exactly, away.
Roundabout.
Okay.
So he wasn't alive. The cohort.
Why people gather saying message not go?
The cohort, the other chiefs, they waited and waited.
He didn't come back.
He didn't. So they began to ask questions within themselves. Why? It got to the point they had to, because they knew where he went to. They had to go to the Obaoe. They asked him, Iyasewo. After asking him, he also asked them, Iyasewo. You see?
Okay.
So, to summarize your story, Obaoe is the only Oba that was killed by his own chiefs. He was killed.
Oh, so after that incident, they got
the hole was dug. Yes, the hole was dug. The pit was dug. They laid a mat on it, and when he was placed on it, he went down. They took white chalk, Osorwe. He was stoned, buried with white chalk in that pit. They will say, Oto Miorui.
Okay. That's why anytime the Oba dies, they say Oto.
History.
What does that mean?
Otomure. In translation.
We say make ground.
Okay. Oto, ground.
So that's how Obaoe was killed.
So why is he used to represent Olokun?
Yes, of course. He had this affiliation with Olokun as well.
Okay.
He has this affiliation with Olokun, which I have not done very much research on. But that's why the leg depicts two different things: Olokun and his lameness. So. You see, I had said that our bronze work or even our ivory work, all artifacts now, they are all historical. And apart from those bronze work, other ways we preserved our history through, we put them in our ritual displays as well, and our folklore. All right. So he just remembered one. So when an Oba passes now, it is forbidden to say that word. We don't use it. We so talk.
Okay, and the ground has taken.
Exactly.
That's because from that experience. Yes.
Exactly. Then another thing. So that art was commissioned. That bronze was commissioned. All right. So when you see the leg, it takes you back to the historical backdrop. Then a part of it that is embedded in our ritual displays during Agwe or Ugie.
What we call
Igwe.
Festival.
It gets to a particular point where some chiefs dancing, twirling the ebe. All right. About 3 or more of them, they will be twirling the ebe, advancing, approaching the Oba, seated. They get to some point, the rest will retreat, and one will go forth. Then he dances. As he's dancing, he's acting as if he's looking for something on the ground or floor. Then he comes back to the Oba, 12 the ebe, puts it like this, and does like this to the Oba. It was done last year, December. It will be done this year, December. They'll keep doing it. Now, what does that mean? That Iyasewo that they went to go and ask him then. So he does that to about maybe 2-3 times. Then you see the Oba also doing this to him. You know, I said when they asked him Iyasewo, Oba also asked them Iyasewo. All right. So going back to the image that floated during the festival, that is the image of Obaoe, and the leg, the pit is lameness.
Amazing. Now, you just spoke about the Ada, and I have very, very important questions. Now, when I came to Benin at first, I saw a video of somebody who was twirling it and it fell. And they said that that person would not be alive anymore. I want to understand why.
Okay. The Ada and Ebe, they are very sacred. They are very, very sacred. only one is allowed to go out.
Only one.
Yes, the other remains with the Oba of Benin. So that is the one that is being held by his
By
side.
his side,
Exactly.
yes.
The one that looks like
Exactly. Though there are also some very few chiefs that the Oba has given Ada, like the EZOMO of Benin. EZOMO has Ada.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
when he's seated, they also hold Ada by him. Now the Ebe is given to chiefs, Awikaimamba. And when given to them, it is not to decorate your house. It is for ceremony. You use
So
it
worship.
before the Oba of Benin.
to worship the Oba.
Only before the Oba of Benin. You twirl it only before the Oba. You can't be in your house and say you are bored and just pick it and no, it is forbidden. That's how sacred those swords are. And then, God forbid, a chief or anybody, no, not anybody, of course a chief, is twirling the Ebe and it falls. It is a capital offense. It is a capital offense, and it's not different from the repercussion or result is not different from what you heard.
Just that civilization has
Exactly.
If it was then,
That was then.
They'll take it to the roundabout.
to the roundabout.
One side.
Okay. That's that roundabout at Ring Road that we all
You
know
that
today as
not
Ring Road.
saying is that one.
Oh, interesting.
You know,
Okay.
so that is it. But of course, these days they must have maybe how do you call English elevated or maybe
Modernized a few
maybe there are some
things.
things, rituals, many rituals.
Because we can no longer do
Exactly.
what we used to do.
So the rituals will be so heavy that when the chief thinks about it,
The Ebe no fall for
the Ebe no will even agree with him miss am.
Okay. Okay.
he go die back for
Interesting. Also, when I went to Warri a few months ago, I also saw the Ada and Ebe in Warri. And then I also heard you mentioned Ogiame. I know that the Olu of Warri is referred to as Ogiame. So when I came back on my own, I did a bit of research. And I was not understanding anything, maybe because, I don't know, the history just tied me for head.
No, the kingship of the Shekels is from Edo.
Really? So we can say that the
You've heard of Prince Gino?
when I read it, I saw
They call him
the name.
Ginuwa.
Yeah.
The first Olu.
I
So he's
saw
he's the
that.
son of an Oba.
Oba Olua.
And so he migrated to
Warri.
where he's currently known as Warri.
No, Ode Shekiri. That's the ancestral land. It's not. I don't think it's even Warri. It's Ode Shekiri.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Like he said, one of the three sons, the last three sons of Obaewa Ogidika. He had three sons. The first two, they died on the same day. Koboyuwa Koboyuwa was the one who was the first Edake. What was the other one's name? They poisoned themselves and died on the same day. Right. So he didn't have other sons until something was done. He birthed three more sons. Ezoti. Where you have Ezoti.
You know Ezoti? Ezoti Street.
Yeah.
Olua and Okpame. Okpame was the one who became Oba Ozolu and Ibaomi. All right.
Who was the eldest?
The eldest was Ezoti.
He did
So
not
how
become
come-
Oba.
He became Oba. He spent only 14 days.
Oh, yeah, he's the first Oba
he was shot.
that died after.
He was shot. He was not at home with a lot of people. He didn't treat people too right. Meanwhile,
Just
when
14
they were
days,
born,
14 days, no.
Just
I don't tire.
and those 14
People know you
days,
get patient.
they were
They
using.
supposed to give us this like 1 month now.
No, he was shot on the day of his coronation. On the day of his coronation, by one of the little boys who had been with him for some time. He maltreated or mistreated the boy. So when they were processing, not processing, they call them. Where did they go? Whatever. I'm not saying English like that. The guy ate somewhere and shot him with a poisoned arrow. Yeah. So all through the 14 days, he was not active. They were trying to, contain, trying to see if they could actually save him from the poison. He shot him forehead here. Or what target?
That means he might that guy.
He paid the guy where he paid now.
That's the only Oba that had something like a band. He would use band to cover his head. But after 14 days, he passed.
I heard something. I heard something that a crown prince, once you are born and it is known that it is you that will become the Oba, they don't die until they become Oba. They might die a day after.
Really?
They might die on that day.
But as far as you have been earmarked to become
Is it true?
Wicked Dake, Ye Dake. That's how it's replicated in Do language. It cannot happen. And it's from what I just said. The Obaewa Gidiga had 2 sons. Ezuwara and Koboyuwa. Ezuwara was sent to be the Enogi of Iyowa. Then Koboyuwa was sent to the house of Iken. There was a warlord.
Oh, yeah. That's now made us now.
Iken. There was a warlord in today's Uselu. Right. And his house was where you now have that traditional, that Edafe palace. Yes. He was sent to war. He was sent to war at Owo by Obaewa Oginiga.
You know the Owo people?
Yes.
Ondo.
Yes.
You know we have a strong connection. This Adane, but you say you saw in Warren. He's still in Owo.
Are you serious? Oh,
So
interesting.
remind me to come there. We are digressing.
Yes.
So he was sent to Owo. While he begged the Oba that he needed someone to overlook his household. He had a very big household. So the Oba sent his son, Koboyuwa, Ona we know ya die Niken. Go and hold for Iken.
For Iken.
Yes. So that is how the title Edaiken.
But Iken never returned.
Iken never returned.
So that's why he maintains
So
that
that's why
palace.
every crown prince must go
to
there.
that palace.
And
Hold it.
Funny enough, Iken went there. Iken succeeded. He succeeded. He carried out the campaign and succeeded. But according to history, they still want big ash.
okay. So
Iken like some big
Iken
bunda.
like Ikebe. I see. So they're whole lot for
Yes, a woman heard
them.
it.
Okay.
So he sent back his troop.
Oh.
Sent a message to the Oba that the campaign was done, but he remained there. Then some soldiers who survived, who ran into hiding, when they heard that the troops had left, that Iken was there, they came back and they pounced on him. That was how Iken,
Be careful of Nash. I've always said this. Be careful.
So
of
that's
Nash.
why Koboyuwa was the first Edaiken.
Oh, okay.
The first Edaiken. Koboyuwa, like I said, Koboyuwa and his elder brother, Ezuwara, who was sent to
be a Nogie.
Yes, to be a Nogi at Iyowa. They poisoned themselves. They were very close. But according to history, their wives made them, they poisoned themselves. They died the same day. So it was from then,
Nasty woman.
it was proclaimed
Sadly.
that no Edaiken or no crown prince will die before his installation. And since then, it has never happened. When we year why for there and year why every day for.
I will say Malaga self no they do
It has
that.
never happened.
Cool say no they
Still
touch
speaking of Edaiken, I have so many questions about Edo history. So I'm even happy that because that is was going to teach me anything. So I'm happy that you are here now. Why does the Edaiken not see the king?
Yes, it's tradition.
It was like that before now, but I think they've
No. It's still there.
it's still there.
Yes. Okay, this is the part people don't understand. A lot of people have raised this question. They say that cannot they say about, but these days it doesn't. It doesn't. What people don't understand is
What about video call?
Pictures and videos, Uncle.
I don't
they
know
fit do
about
video
pictures,
call now.
but to see
Well,
physically,
technology time.
Exactly.
to the best of my
They
knowledge,
say
to see
what
physically.
what an elder sitting down.
But before
A young
now,
boy will use drone.
Abi, exactly. We fly drone. Gen Z will fly drone and see it. But before now, there were no pictures, so there was no way to even identify his
they met.
father. So does that mean that the tradition does not work with technology?
This is. Let me explain. This is where we get it wrong. Even a lot of Edo people. Because, like I said, people have been asking this question: how come these days they can see the Oba? It doesn't. It doesn't. The reason people assume that is because they do not understand that you are the first son of Oba. You are the Oko Nohua. Oko does not automatically make you a Daken.
until you are pronounced
until
so.
you are pronounced.
So
And you do
the
the
first
ritual.
song
Ritual.
may not be the Edaiken. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying may not.
Okay.
The first one is the first one. We already know
Okay.
that he will become the Edaken, but as of now, he's not the Edaken
Until he becomes the Edaike.
until he becomes the Edaken.
Oh.
So it starts by the Oba, his father, pronouncing him as Edaken. Immediately he's
sending
pronounced
him
as
to
Edaken. Am I Edaken? He goes through all the rituals. Then he's sent to Uselu, that Egwa Edaken, and he's never to live there until he's installed as the Oba.
Oh.
But do they become Edaike when their fathers are still alive?
Yes, of course, it's supposed to be so. So see the thing. When you are pronounced Edaken and you have been installed as Edaken, like I said, you cannot leave your palace. You remain at Uselu. You have no business with Benin. Just the same thing with Iyoba. Iyoba can never come to Benin. Yes, she has to stay at Uselu. It is forbidden. So the same thing, Edaken is forbidden to come to Benin. Uselu is his kingdom, or should I say dukedom. Stay there. So the reason we don't have Edaken most of the time until maybe, I don't want to say it's late.
Towards the late time of...
Is the fact that assuming Obaiwa Gidigan pronounces his son as Edaken now, he's supposed to go there. Now he's going to, he will not live there. We don't know how long.
If it's the next 30 years,
Yeah,
50 years.
You understand?
Oh, I see.
You understand? So they have to observe it when they know they are getting very weak and they see that the time is ripe. You understand? They already see that so and so time. That is when they now pronounce. That's when they pronounce, and he will be sent there. So that the Edaken does not see his father Oba. It is still there. The only discrepancy is that Edo people or people do not know that the senior son is not automatically Edaken. As of now, we do not have.
Oh, so
Edaken
you can
yet.
see his father.
So
Of
right
course,
now...
he's
So
not
until
Edaken
he
yet.
becomes a Edaike,
Exactly.
Exactly. This explains a lot.
Exactly.
This explains a lot. So I want to ask this question now.
Exactly.
What if Oba Atokpe
It's,
what if in a situation where the Oba goes before pronouncing Edaike?
yes. If it happens like that, to the best of my knowledge, that is how, from where I saw it, I am not in the palace. I am not a functionary. The chief Oswan, the Kalade, Ave Kalade Neo Edo, yes, Oswan, the chief who is responsible, sorry, if I remember the name, I'll let you know. The chief who is responsible actually made that proclamation after the passing of Oba Ediawa. That is from where I saw it, from what I saw.
Oh, so
on
Oba
TV.
Ediawa did not.
Not by himself. It was not.
So he
So he
died,
was not
he
there.
died before...
He did not pronounce according to Oba Ediaike before he died.
Exactly.
But it was also
Exactly. Maybe he told them already. Maybe he did it in-house, indoor. Like I said, I wasn't there. But that's why I said from where we saw it on TV when he was pronounced Edaken, Baba had passed. You understand? Baba had passed. So it is possible. It is possible. But we already know it's going to be the next Oba. And we know who is going to come after the next Oba. So that's how it is. Then so we don't forget, going back to Ogiamie, the one you have there, like he said, he was the son of Obalua, the first son of Obalua. He was the one who sent Iginwa. They call him Ginua. He was the one who sent Iginwa to go and found that kingdom. All right? The one you have there is not Ogiamie. It is Ogiame.
Yes.
That's the king of water. Ogie, Ogame. You understand? Because there is a lot of water bodies. It's a riverine area. The one we have here is Ogie.
That means it is an Ogie that we see.
Yes.
That one is Ogiame.
Ogiame.
Okay, so you said Prince Ginwa was the first son.
Yeah, the first son of Obalua.
So did he come back to Benin to become?
No, he didn't.
So his brother now took over?
Yes. No, his brother did not take over. Remember I said Oba Gidigan had 3 sons. All right, 3 surviving sons. Ezoti lasted 14 days. The next was Olua. when Olua was approached, he abdicated the throne. He was scared of his brother. Because when Ezoti passed, Ezoti had a son. He had a surviving son. But the son and the mother, they were at, I think it's Ewisi. They were there. So they asked that they should be... Yes, Ewisi.
You know them?
Yes. They asked that they should be brought in. Okpame, that's the younger brother, the last of the three brothers now, volunteered that he was going to get them to fetch them.
Now he ends that one.
You know the rest of the story. If you don't get it, forget about it.
You suggested and they allowed
They allowed
you. Oh, wow.
So he
Such
went,
a nice person.
Wow.
he went there, met them, they left there together, but he came back alone.
They did not land here together.
So Edo people
The story
knew,
is for another day.
Edo people, despite his story, Edo people knew what he did, so he was banished.
Oh.
He was banished. He was the one who founded this this aura. That's why they still call EZOMO. That's how they refer
You
to
know,
it.
Ora, Sabugida,
Exactly.
Odusobe.
So he was banished. Then they approached his brother, that is Olua. Olua was scared.
If you don't do that one,
even
people,
as a
I don't fear
banisher,
you.
even as a banisher, he's still a
Yeah,
threat.
exactly. Now, because it's not that far.
Olua was scared. So
You don't follow
Olua...
Lukuko.
I don't tire.
Yeah, it was that bad. It was that bad. Even when he eventually accepted the throne, after they had tried Edeleyo. Yes, Edeleyo, Princess Edeleyo. That was the only time...
You tried the princess?
Yes. The girl was almost crowned Oba in Benin. But it happened that when they were about to crown her, that their monthly problem happened.
Ooh.
So that was the only reason. And they put it back from that time that a woman would never become. So it was after that failed...
We don't have female chiefs.
No.
Yeah.
We do have female chiefs, so to say.
Okay, really?
The title of Yoruba is a chieftaincy.
Oh, okay.
The title of Eson is chieftaincy, so to say.
It's on area.
Yes, honorary. The eldest of the
Women.
Eloi of Oba.
Oh, okay.
The wives.
Yes. So after that failed attempt, they went back to Olua. Nobody else. What do we do? Olua accepted. Olua accepted. So that was when Olua was crowned Oba.
Now, me as I accept now, if I give me like 12 army men.
May they all surround me because
He went,
my
he
brother
sent his
is-
son. Olua sent his son. Oh, where was that? He sent his son somewhere around that Ora side to put an eye on. Yes, so I've
better.
forgotten the name of the place. To put an eye, to keep an eye on
Better.
him. So after the passing of Olua, that was when Okpame became Oba and he was crowned Oba Osoluani Baomi. So it was the son of Olua that was Iginwa. Iginwa was sent. So it was not the second son of Olua or another son of Olua who became Oba after him. It was the brother Okpame that became Oba Osoluani Baomi. And that was from a prophecy. Oba Ewa Gidigan had prophesied that his 3 children were going to rule the kingdom. He made that prophecy. Just the way his father made a proclamation of Baoe that his sons were going to become, 4 sons were going to become the Oba of Benin.
So, Oba Zolwa was not the Oba that sent somebody to war. Married his wife, Abi?
Oba married his wife.
Ozolwa. It's not Ozolwa was the one that climbed the tree. Where his Omwada was fighting.
Oh, okay, Oba Zolani Baomi. Yes.
It was the one.
Did he take anybody's wife? Do I remember that? Is there a story like that?
I think he sent the man to war and was now approaching the wife or so. Meanwhile, the son was his Omwada. Then he now banished him.
You're talking about Ise.
Yes,
Ise story and Umoria. Ise story and Umoria, but I do not remember the presence of. Sorry, I'm not an encyclopedia. Maybe I'll go and do more research on that.
Okay. I'm going to ask many of the questions that have been bothering my mind. So
ask, is your birthday?
Yeah, special birthday gift.
So we have the people, I don't know what they call them, the boys who follow the Oba in the palace.
The Omwadas.
Yes, the Omadas. Now, like I said, I'm not a Benin girl, but being here for the past years, I've heard a lot. I've never stepped into the palace, but I've seen them from afar. And I heard that these people are usually, what's the word now? Okay, they're usually just, their penises are cut off.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you heard.
That's
Like
what I
they
heard.
are eunuchs, right?
Yes, that like they are eunuchs. So is that true?
No, that's not true.
No,
Okay.
that's not true.
Uh,
Yeah,
or active. That's not true. They are very active men.
Okay.
So my own question now is about these oral people. Yeah, I think there's something I heard. I'm trying to remember it. I don't know. Like it's like they don't bow to.
I was going to ask that they don't pay homage.
They don't pay homage. I have forgotten the question, but there's something about them as it relates to the Benin Kingdom that they don't do.
Yes, I've heard of that too. And the argument is, and they're actually not the only one, but we'll save the rest here. Even Ugoton that you went to. Ugoton that you went to. Ugoton, they will tell you that the Kaladera, of course, the Kaladera had children there, right? Kaladera had children there. It was in Erua, according to history, that the Kaladera birthed Omononya, who followed him to Uhe. So it happened that.
But if we were, according to sorry that we are, according to you, Uwe is Kogi side.
Around
Abi?
Yes.
How does it not relate to Canada and or me and
So does that mean that the Benin Kingdom was that?
No, I'm coming because Kogi is on your way to the north. Ile-Ife is the other side entirely. So how does it now relate that the same Ekaladera that bettered Omononya, how did you pronounce it?
Omononya.
Omononya that they call Oromia. How did it not go to Ife? If Uwe is
Uwe. It did not
All
go
the
to
way.
Ife. That's the thing. Of course, till today, what you now call Edo State, with all the boundaries, we still share boundary with Kogi State.
Yes, true.
Igala.
Good. Igala. Now, let me summarize. When the Kaladera escaped from Igodomigodo, later known as Benin, from the history we have, the Kaladera, as Seyilaw said, was the only son and heir to the throne of Igodomigodo. The only son to Ogiso Owodo. Now, Ogiso Owodo had Eloi, as usual. Then there was this favorite one, Natie Amebo. Amebo Mahin. Amebo is the favorite wife of a man.
My might tell me say this one yellow.
Amebo Owodo. Onaga what's it to Hunai?
No, as time you remember the name.
Lots stuff were happening. Then they sent a message to Isia. Owodo sent a message to Isia to find out what was happening around in the kingdom. Esago. You must have heard of it. Yes, Esago. That was the wife of Owodo.
The favorite wife.
Yes. So they got there and the seer told them to tell Owodo, Ogiso Owodo, that the wife Esago was the problem. And the only solution was to sacrifice her. Right. So Esago, already knowing what the result that was coming was,
she knew she was the problem.
Yes. She met these messengers, blackmailed them. She blackmailed them to change the story.
And say Kaladera
was responsible.
You see that these stories I've been saying since. This story I've been saying since.
I know you want to say
we've listed like five women problems.
I know.
And today na woman bed. Justice for women. And today na woman bed.
So when they came, they told Ogiso Owodo, he felt it. The only way was to sacrifice his only son. He thought about it, but he had no other choice. For the sake of the kingdom. He had to do at least for the hope that more sons were going to come. He had to do it. So he sent some execution.
The story I heard then was that she lied that he wanted to sleep with her.
No. That's not
what
true.
we heard
No,
that
that's
time.
not true. On that part, maybe they
That he was not
misconstrued it.
supposed to see her nakedness.
Okay,
When
see
he
what
saw her
happened.
nakedness.
When I said she blackmailed those messengers, what she did was she told them that they should excuse her, that she wanted to go and ease herself. So she went into the bush, then she screamed. So these messengers ran. They thought maybe she was hot or something. They ran there. Getting there, they saw that she was.
They saw the naked of the
then
upper
she now
favorite
used
wife.
that. She now used that
That's
to
it. She
hold
would tell the
them.
upper that
Exactly, that they came to, that she told them she was, what she was going to do. They came to come and see her nakedness. That was what she had on those executioners. All right. So fast forward to the execution. They sent the executioners to execute this young man, innocent man. But luckily enough for him, some of the executioners were part of the people who went on that errand.
Oh yeah.
So they had pity. Exactly. They knew he was innocent. They had pity on him. So they called him and said, if we spare your life, what can you give in return? Spare my life. Anything you ask. Then they told him, all we need from you is
never
to
to
run
return.
as fast as you can, as far as you can, never return to this.
So if you return, their life will be in danger.
Exactly. He gave his word, like took something like an oath and left. When he left, the first place he got to was Ugoton, Igwe Kaladera. It is still called Igwe Kaladera till today. Of course, Ugoton is still within Benin. Words got to Igodo that he was there. Then he moved from there to Erua, where he buried his mother. His mother was from Erua. He moved from Erua. Some people said he even got to Kada, according to what we hear. Then Igala people, in their history, they know Ikaladera. Yes, they know Ikaladera.
Ghana people, they are just like us. So
Yes, we have very
similar
history, very strong ties. We have very strong ties. You know, we even had a war with them. With yes. And sometimes just some disagreement. Yeah. So I'm privileged to have this acquaintance with the official historian to the Ata of Igala, the Palace. Yes, we talk. In their history, they said that a Kaladera came to Igala. They housed him. They entertained him. They even said that he married there, spent some years before moving to Uhe, not Ile-Ife. I'm telling you, east to Benin, this way, around that Niger-Benue confluence, because that is where Uhe is. Or should I say was, though it's still there. There's still Ife in Kogi State today, and there's Onu of Ife or Ufe as we speak. Not this all new. So that was the story of a Kaladera. Now, Owodo was banished later because he sanctioned the killing of a pregnant woman, which was against our tradition as a people. So he was banished. The throne became empty. Of course, Uzama, the king were very strong. They were very strong. That's why they were called the kingmakers. They played politics. They were very strong. Which is why when Ewedo came, or by Ewedo, he couldn't have it. He had to curb them. He had to put them in their place. First thing he did was to remove the palace from where it was along Siloko Road, where you now have Usama Palace. He removed the palace from there to where it is now. All right. So they were very strong. So they banished him. Then the throne became empty. So they had to keep searching for Kaladera. Who? Where did he go to? Baba, I don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows.
Wow.
Maybe Baba Waka. So they continued the search for a Kaladera. When they finally discovered him at Uhe, he said that he was never going to come back. That he gave his word. That was one. He gave his word. Then two, Kaladera was old at the time. We're not talking about 2 months. We're not talking about 3 years. He became old. So the only option after much pleading was to send his son, Omononya, with them. Because they needed that bloodline. Meanwhile, at this time, that was when Evian was chosen as administrator. Evian was there as administrator. Good.
Administrative period.
Nobody could be on that throne. They needed that bloodline. So the Chaldean sent his son, Omononya, to Benin. So when he came here, first of all, there was this little language problem. The language was akin. They were similar, but they were not the same. So he was somewhat frustrated here. History has it that he spent only 5 years here. During that period, he knew, as they were talking for all those Bible and all those Shakespearean English, he knew the daughter of Ogiego.
Oh.
The Noge of Ego.
Yes.
Oh. So
Okay.
he knew.
Yes, he knew her. And
Knew in quotes.
and he gave her belly.
Oh, okay.
So it was prophesied that she was going to birth a son. Eyimide, her name was Eyimide, that she was going to birth a son, and that son was going to become the next Oba of Benin. So fast forward, when the time was right, she actually birthed the son, and that son became the Oba of Benin by the name of Oba Eweka.
Oh, that's
So
the
Oromia now
very
went back to her.
first.
Oromia now went back to her.
No, Oromia did not go back to her. He left here to found Oyo.
Oh.
That was when Oyo was founded.
Was founded.
Yes.
So that means Benin history can actually, we can trace it in, many people can trace their history back to Benin.
A lot of people. Many West Africa kingdoms.
Yes, that's why we still have the Benin Republic.
You see Ikwere people
Yes.
of River State. You see the
Even my people, the
Onitsha people.
Isokos, the
So yeah,
Urobos.
now they left here now. Urhobo. People left here now.
Amazing.
Yes, Urhobo people left here during when it was still Godo.
I think our problem was we never imposed our language.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's where we got it wrong.
Edowe Gyozeka Azeka. No Zudo Azudu. We first of all, we even see our language as very sacred and prestigious.
Special to us.
You're very, very special. It's not a language anybody can just pick up.
That's why we are not majority today. If not, we would have been a majority in this country.
Aside that, the people who now speak Edo language, of course, we're more than this. We're more than this. If you see, go to a different state now, that states. Let me start with Ozanogugu. You know, this Ozanogugu has been trending for a while now.
Yes.
Ozanogugu is pure Edo. Pure, they are even two.
And they're in Delta.
Yes, Ozabiokunla, Ozanogugu.
The Ozabiokunla is in Edo State.
Yes, just boundary.
And you can actually see the I don't want to say pieces, but you can see fragments of Edo language even in my language. You can actually see, you can see
the similarities.
Yes.
I went to Ozanogogo. We were there. We met with the chiefs. We met with the head, the traditional head, Ogisi or Ogisi. We met with Ogisi. We had conversations. When they speak, we hear. When we speak, they hear. It's just some linguistic items that are different. Exactly. But the problem is, or the fear is, in the next 20 years, it might not remain the same.
Exactly.
So people would know that these people used to speak Edo. We also went to Akure the other time. We met with the people of Edonekwe, or they call themselves Ado Akure. Yes. Their language is more akin to Yoruba now than Edo because of time and the people around them. Give them another 50 years.
It's gone.
Exactly. So, for Onitsha, it is written in history that as at 19th century here, the whole of Onitsha, they were speaking Edo language. The whole of Onitsha spoke Edo language, and their culture, everything, tradition was akin to that of
the same thing for
everything has
Umunede.
changed. Exactly. Umunede today, they still trace their
Yes.
Anywhere you find the Ada and the Be, know that they are from here.
Not that now that the Oni of Ife is now
claiming.
Yes.
Claiming
I changed it to Ada and
That's the story.
Ebere.
Ada and Abere.
I saw that actually. I even saw that. Now let's go to Lagos, because I feel like we still have this history.
The name Eko is an Edo word.
Oh, really? What does it mean?
Camp.
Oh.
Camp or arsenal. It was a camp for Edo people.
So Eko was our camp.
Yes.
Today, when they crown the Oba of Lagos, they do like
this. Give reverence to Oba. See, there's no argument about that.
The Oba of Lagos has said it himself.
Ask his chiefs. They were doing this. What was this? Their festival? Your festival. Then one of the senior chiefs, if not the most senior chief of Eyo, they were interviewing him. Was it Channels? He said that the first Eyo came from Benin. So all of these banter, all of this propaganda started some don't know. Some do not know anything beyond Nigeria. The only thing they know is Nigeria, 1960. They don't know anything before or what it was before Nigeria. That is just the problem that most of them have. There's some who know, they are just delusional. They want it to be the way
they want.
To favor their own story.
Okay. But I'm curious, so what are you doing to preserve this culture, personally, on your own?
Personally, exactly what I'm doing already. Exactly what I'm doing already. You know, a lot of Edo people do not know who they are.
Okay.
Sorry to say, but that's a fact. And I do not blame them for it. It is the world that they grew into. It is the world that the Europeans have prepared for them. If you do not know your history, you will not know your power. Imagine a lion that was captured in the deepest wilds and brought to town, put in a cage, or maybe even housed and domesticated with some pussycats. The lion is going to act and behave like pussycats. Until the day you make that lion understand, maybe by taking him back to the wilds and seeing his type. When you make that lion realize that he is a lion and not the pussycat, that's when he's going to become a lion. That's the same thing with my people. If my people know who they are, if my people know where they are coming from, know who their ancestors were, know how their destiny has been changed, know how they have been brainwashed to become what they are not, that's what they are now, I think they will rise. When the Edo people know who they are, their glory will be returned, their pride will be returned. They will know how to carry themselves. They will know how to believe in their heritage, our tradition, our custom. So that is the only way we can become a real people again, rather than becoming inferior, rather than losing our identity. So that is what I'm doing. Telling you who you are, telling you your history, telling you how great your father was. Your father cannot be a lion and you are a pussycat or a rat. It's not possible. So that's what I'm doing, telling the history. And it's also obvious that we are losing our language.
Yes.
We are losing our language.
That's very true.
I happen to know a little. Even Edo people who know, they no longer teach their children. They do not understand that your language is a core part of your identity.
Speaking of language, we no longer will give our children Edo names.
Edo names, a core part of our identity.
Me Rabbe don't plenty for school. What did they call them again? Jason. If you go school for Yamana, shout Jason, 72 children go come outside.
As Edo, not just Edo people, as black people. You know, we like this, who are you? You know who I am. How do you tell who you are when you have a fake name? Your name does not identify.
There's some people that you know they have two English names.
You say you are
your name and your surname be English.
Actually, who are you?
There's this lady you have been calling her name. This lady there. What's her name? Isioma. Once I hear Isioma, I know what part she's from. Once I hear Adekunle, I know who you are from. Once I hear Abubakar, I know where you are from.
Once you hear Smith,
my brother.
Jason. Is that Jason that is annoying me most?
God's worth. God is good. Who are you, sir?
God's favor.
Then the language you cannot speak. You are attempting to speak English that is not yours, that you till you die, you'll never be able to speak English. If you are not English, you can't speak English.
Yes, sir.
That's why we miss it with the I they go, I they come. You know, so these are the things, these indoctrinations are what we're trying to clear from the minds of our people. Identify yourself. Be proud of who you are as an adult person.
Amazing.
Name yourself in your language. So where they had people to pronounce, let them go to hell.
Pronounce it.
You can pronounce Anoshwajiniga. You can pronounce
And you think somebody will not pronounce Osasu? And you think somebody will? You think somebody will not pronounce?
Today, was saying they should pronounce Tawasquela.
You think somebody will not pronounce your? So they will pronounce it.
Will a Russian person change his name because people can? No. You now see Osas.
Everybody
Osas. They say we are abbreviating it because they cannot pronounce. So this is what we are trying to do. I teach people their past, let them know who they are, identify them, give them that identity and pride, in which rather they have their pride, their language. I also try to teach our language to them as well, because a lot of children who are waking up, a lot of adult children who have been failed by their parents and their immediate society, who are waking up now, they are trying to learn this language. So I am here to teach them for free. Unless for those, there are some who will say, I want my private class. Those ones are different. I do online free adult language class just to teach. So all of this I'm doing as my own quota to redeeming the glory of Edo of Benin Kingdom.
Amazing. Okay, so to sort of tie things together, I want you to send a message out to the Benin people.
Okay.
What do you want to say to them?
That's your
From
camera.
your heart. That's your camera, yes.
Oh, right there.
This one, yes.
I would like to use English at when it's Zedo, but I will prefer to use English because
Oh, you use
there are a
both.
whole lot
You
of
use both, yeah.
Edo people who do not understand Edo. All right. We are Edo people. We are Edo people. We are great people. We have the royal blood in us. We have the blue blood in us. Edo is greater than what you call Nigeria. Before Nigeria, there was Edo. If you know your history, if you know who you are, you will see how great, I do not want to use the word you were. We are still great people. All we need to do is wake up. Yes, I understand what has happened. I understand what happened in 1897. And I also understand what has been happening from then. I understand how these people are trying to keep us down. I understand how they are trying to erase us. But our destiny is in our hands now. We can either agree or disagree. We will agree if we yield to what they are trying to do by making you lose your language, by erasing your history, by removing your identity totally. I choose to be different. And this is why I've been out here trying to preach, trying to make Edo people know who they really are, as different from the stereotypes that have been spread about them and that they grew into. We are Edo people. We still have that blood in us, and we need to rise. Let's go back to our ways. Let's identify as Edo people. If you do wa amweni Edo nivi wa wala wo. Iswama na ya oma, iswemi na ya omo oeno. Wa mwenye Edo nivi wa maya Edo wa maya wuwa. Wa tamia maniahi. Na Edo mie we Edo Edo hie igbogwi ne wo ne de no manyage na hoge. Ra ewo na mie we unu ila wo de o hie na raso ado ahun ebebe ado ahun ewoha agi mie do runda veno yena. If we continue like this, I do not wish so, may the ancestors forbid, but if we continue like this, in the next 100 years, there might not be a people called Edo, because our language will be lost. Our names will no longer exist. We will only exist in history books. That is, if they are not burnt. If everything does not, everything will go in time. Even the books that have been printed, in time they will go. So please, wagia wiri egbe ari keni makede wagia tuyima muzevi viedoni mahi akpedo wagi mamu yegbe woge noma na wuse na dole gbe yise na mu akpedo noma ma agbon nwala wowo me wogi mene ehia keyomobo enikawe ni aune ahia ya tutie nikawe. We can't keep calling on our ancestors. They did their best and have built a foundation for us. Whether or not we continue building on this foundation is totally left for us. For me, I have decided to build on this foundation, and I'm contributing my own quarter to redeeming the pride of Edo people. Wala wuwo. Wagia tuye domu, wagia kuku tuye domu. Wawese ningwa, wadomu.
Amazing.
Amazing.
You see, there's something you said just now. You use the word ra. Anybody that uses that word,
You know that person sabi the language.
just
He sabi and
leave am
well.
for ra.
He go just the speaker they
You
go.
don't know say na Dede or Babana is stay with.
Not a yastic.
No, to me it is.
The hook small.
To me it is.
to him.
Yes, it is, because
And I'm going to take that
you
too
hardly
because
hear people use it.
okay.
When you hear somebody use it, you know that person is
has a
deep
deep
into
understanding of the
You know, I
language.
said this thing when
Yes,
this guy was here the other time.
yes.
Anybody that uses ra, don't worry, leave the language for her.
Amazing.
It just
Yeah, I know. No, it doesn't come.
But
See,
it doesn't come. It doesn't come to other people. So actually, we've had an amazing time. I'm going to leave today for Zaddy to end so that he can end it in the traditional way. So please, Zaddy, give it to us. You can go full Edo. I'm down actually.
If you don't know why, if you don't know EZOMO, why I will say thank you guys very, very much for sticking with us. Thank you for always being there for us. Makpomu waya. Makakabo wakpomu waya. We thank you guys. Without you guys, there will be no Unscripted Seat. You guys are the special VIP guests. And again, Wagume wish a co-host, a very, 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 very happy birthday. I know this episode might come out,
after the birthday,
but
thank you so much.
Wagume wish a very, very happy birthday. You understand? You will last long. Say amen.
Amen.
So, if you do EZOMO, thank you guys very much. So, Waya Wese, Makpomu Waya, we thank you guys for sticking with us. We thank you guys for being with us all this while. This, I think, season 3, episode 21. So it has not been an easy journey. We say thank you. And as our guests have said, we are gradually losing ourselves. We are losing our language. We are losing our values. We are losing our history. And we are losing our culture. And it's not supposed to be so. Our parents did their best, and that's why we have, our ancestors did their best, and that's why we have what we have today. So if we do not have our quota, our children will have nothing. So allow. But before we go, we want to again thank you guys and thank our sponsors for our restaurants. AB Glams.
Adis Glam.
You see, Marine. Adis Glam, Bella Bellina Wine. Who's our other sponsor?
Ico Gas. See, I gave him the opportunity
I
today.
cannot forget the number one sponsor.
Of course, yes.
Ico Gas. Odogwu.
The reason why we are here
Very, very reason why
today.
we are here. So, as we always say,
Always say.
and once again, bye bye.